Allegations are surrounding test kits and machines that the government bought in efforts to, amid efforts to ramp up testing. We go above and beyond the headlines with Iloilo Representative Janette Garin. She also served as Health Secretary under the Aquino administration. Congresswoman Garin, good evening.
Good evening, Pia. Good evening to your viewers.
Congresswoman Garin, yes. Okay, let's begin with this, ma'am. No, you got involved with the Go Negosyo project for testing, right? And that is how you were able to get all this information that you're about to share with us, right, ma'am?
Yes, Pia. Basically, there were, of course, the Department of Health was against the rapid tests. And then when the Go Negosyo team asked me, I said, both of you have a point. While they want PCR tests, it's not available. So the desire to be tested pushed them to have rapid tests. And this is where we started by the donors and the sponsors coming up with an allocation to put up, expand, and automate COVID testing centers.
All right, sige. We're not going to talk about the difference between rapid test kits and the PCR. But ma'am, let's talk about itong, because you were helping the Go Negosyo group, no? You got in touch with manufacturers abroad and you got direct quotations from them for prices of testing kits, equipment, etc. Correct, ma'am? Can you tell us kung ano yung mga presyo na binigay sa inyo at sino itong mga manufacturer na ito?
Well, basically, Pia, we wrote and got in touch with the manufacturers, almost all of the accredited companies that RATM had. But allow me to correct, because in the news it came out that I was accusing the Department of Health and the executive offices of corruption. I was taken out of context. What I actually said was that nagiging mahal ang testing sa Pilipinas dahil nakukuha ng mahal ng mga testing centers yung ating testing kits at mga makina. What I meant about this is there is a company in the Philippines who is insisting to be the exclusive distributor. And we were wondering, because when this program was being put forward, there was a direct quotation from China and from the manufacturers. Kaya nga, moving forward, what I recommended to the government to bring down the cost is that the government, the DOH or DBM or what office directly gets in touch with the manufacturer and buys the kits. With no offense to Yusek Vergeri and to Secretary Duque, they should not blame DBM because PSDBM is just a procurement entity. The pricing, the need, the request all comes from the Department of Health. And in vaccines, in many medicines, in many commodities, the Department of Health buys directly from the manufacturers. That is allowed if you're a government. Basically, my proposal yesterday was based on the premise. We have one of the most expensive COVID testing, swab PCR testing in our country. At nagkakaroon na nga ng bangayan, rapid ba, PCR ba? The problem here is, well, PCR is the test and the gold standard. We should make it available and affordable. And this is where the Philippine Center of Entrepreneurship was coming in.
Yes. Yes, let's not talk about yung PCR and rapid test. Hindi po yun yung punto ng interview, ma'am, no? So, tell us muna, magkano ba yung quotation ng mga manufacturers na kausap nyo? Halimbawa, Sansure, BGI, Tanjin. Ano po ba yung mga presyo na binibigay sa inyo? At ano po yung presyo ng sinasabi po ninyo na this couple who wanted exclusive distributorship? So, ano yung presyo po muna, ma'am?
The presyo na binigay nung basically all the companies ranges from $15 to $18 depending on the volume. At yung presyo ang binibigay kapag kukuha ka dito sa supplier sa Pilipinas, hanggang triple the cost. That was why I was putting forward a recommendation that DOH should just put a recommendation and allow government to directly buy from the manufacturer. In that way, when we reduce the cost of testing, we reduce all the reagents and consumables, then we end up with a cheaper testing cost. We will be able to test more than what we are testing.
Okay. Ma'am, so, yes. So, yung $15, that's like 750 pesos. Yun po yung quotation ng mga manufacturers na yon. Pero ang sinasabi po ninyo, umaabot ng triple. Meaning, di ba sabi niyo po kanina sa akin, umabot ng 2.7, binaba nyo sa 1.6, binaba nyo sa 1.3. Can you confirm that, ma'am?
Yes. That's
Okay.
correct. That's correct,
Now,
Pia.
Okay, you said that you did not allege corruption in the DOH about these testing kits. But do you know if the DOH was buying from this particular couple? And we will get to their details in just a bit. Dumaan po ba ang DOH sa kanila o hindi?
I don't know because I am not aware if DOH is buying the kits. What we were aware is that kulang sa baba at nahihirapan silang bumili at kung binibenta man, kulang-kulang or tingi-tingi. That's why I was telling the department, the kits come in a set. Hindi po pwedeng ibenta out of the 11 components. You cannot just sell 1, 3, 4, or 5. Kasi may testing capability ka, may machines ka, hindi naman magamit kasi kulang-kulang. That is basically the meat and the core of my speech yesterday, that we make testing affordable and available. And then the government buys one set para hindi nadadayaan, walang binabawas-bawas, you preposition that to the hospital, and that will reduce the cost up to 2,000 pesos. It can go as low as 1,500 or 1,300 pesos per PCR swab test.
Okay, ma'am, because the way you talk, you're sounding like the government is buying those test kits now from that couple. Yes or no, ma'am? I'm sorry, we don't have much time.
No, I do not know. I have no information to that. But they're saying they're the exclusive distributor in the Philippines.
Okay. Okay. Dito po sa last paragraph ng privilege speech nyo kahapon, ang sabi po ninyo, but what is sadder to this is we have DOH officials, hindi po lahat, madami dyan ang matino, who are keeping a blind eye to what is happening. Sino po yung pinatatamaan nyo dito? At ano po yung sinasabi nyo dito? Tungkol sa test kits ba ito o hindi?
It's about the totality in testing because Pia, I have been in touch with many officials in the Department of Health. Ang palagi ko kasing sinasabi, sumulat muna, ipapadala kay SEC, mimitingan ng EXECOM. We only had one concern, the high cost of testing. And we were requesting them to put a ceiling and to look into the cost of testing kasi obligasyon ng departamento maglagay ng maximum price ceiling. Even in typhoons, Pia, pag kami baha, yung doxycycline, hindi pwedeng ibenta ng mahal. This was basically a persistent and a repeated call to the department.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I know I sound like I am interrupting you, but we don't have much time, ma'am. Sana po brief answers, no? Ang sabi po ninyo tungkol sa couple na ito, ang tawag po ninyo sa kanila VE, Victory Echo. Initials po nila ito, no? Of their first names.
Yes.
Okay, and their last name is what? Are you free to tell us their last name and what is the name of their company?
Your company starts with the letter O. Sa akin lang kasi, Pia, is that I don't want to divert the attention of the country to this. Ang dapat tutukan muna natin, make testing kits available and affordable in the country. Let us open it so that everybody can have access.
Yes. Okay. You said that they were asking for exclusive distributorship of all test kits of all manufacturers. Did they get it? Did they get that?
They were insisting that they were the exclusive distributor. So we ordered with them, citing the price we had from China. They approved. We paid. Ultimately, when it was about to be delivered, they made all some sort of stories to delay. That is why I had to come out, because this couple was not stopping in maligning the good projects of the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship.
Okay, yeah. Are they regular DOH suppliers? Do they supply the DOH with anything else? And what is their main line of business? What else do they sell?
I am not that familiar with them, but I know they sell microscopes and blood bags.
Blood bags, yung pinaglalagyan ng dugo pag dinodonate.
Microscopes
do they sell to the DOH then? Do they sell to the DOH, ma'am?
I would presume. I don't have a list of the suppliers,
I see.
But I would presume.
Okay, so we are not sure, you are not yet sure if they did succeed in cornering the market as you allege that they want to.
Yes, but the company was telling us they cannot supply machines and equipments to the Philippines because this couple are hoarding equipments. That's why we had to force them and we had to appeal to the company to release equipments to us.
If they are hoarding equipment or anything, any other material, isn't that a violation of the law? And did you file a complaint? Did Go Negosyo, for example, file a complaint or inform authorities about this? If this is as serious as you say it is?
Yes, we are going to look into that. That's why I raised it in Congress. But at this point of time, we want an open market and access to the testing kits. That is why we would prefer to immediately install the 29 supported laboratories that the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship intends to put up.
All right. I'm sorry we ran out of time already. Congresswoman Janette Garin, former Health Secretary nung panahon ng Aquino administration. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Thank you for joining.